Let's go watch it in 2D. No, let's go watch it in 3D. But if we watch it in 3D, then is it worth the cost?
What the hell are you? We are Venom.
Hello. This is Adolf Vega from 3D or 2D.com. And today I'm reviewing Venom. As always, let me talk about the 3D element first. I watched this movie in IMAX 3D and I walked away very disappointed. The 3D was barely present in the majority of the scenes. The motorcycle action scene made good use of the 3D, things flying out of the screen, and really good depth there. But visually, the movie is really shot in darkly lit locations. And dark and 3D just don't work well together. 3D depth is occasionally used, but it's just kind of mostly forgotten. The 3D is mostly not a factor. It's just not there. It's not present. It's not highlighted. It's not abundant. If it's there, you just kind of forget about it for a vast majority of the movie. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. So, yeah. Simply put, 3D is not worthwhile. It's very weak 3D. 2D recommended.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
This podcast is brought to you by 3D Wiggle. With 3D Wiggle software, you can impress your family and friends with 3D gifts and videos. To find out more information, please click on the link in the description for 20% off coupon as well. This podcast is also brought to you by Patreon. With Patreon, you can become a patron and get this podcast commercial free and get many more benefits. Please click on the description again to get more information. Now, back to the show.
On to the movie itself. Venom is a unique comic book movie. It's elements of horror, but it's not scary. It has some humor, but it's not a comedy. And doesn't really know what it wants to be. The story of Venom begins with Eddie Brock, who's an investigative reporter. In this movie, Eddie Brock is investigating the Life Foundation. The Life Foundation has many secrets and one of a very powerful company. During the secret investigation, Eddie merges with the alien species known as Venom, and his life is forever changed. That's basically the movie in a nutshell. In this movie, Tom Hardy portrays Eddie Brock. Tom Hardy is a British actor who's portraying an American character. I usually don't care. I really don't care as long as they do a good job. But in this instance, I think the American accent is just bad. It's just distracting. It's awful. It doesn't work. And it's difficult to enjoy the movie when I just didn't like the character. Tom Hardy's a fantastic actor, but he's wrong for this role. He was miscast. Biggest problem with the movie is the writing. Cringe-worthy is the best way to describe the dialogue in this movie. Was the script written by a 13-year-old high school dropout? All the characters are one-dimensional and poorly written. The only somewhat likable character is that of Anne Welling. Michelle Williams plays Anne in a charming, semi-realistic manner. The movie is riddled with plot holes, things that never get really explained, and it's just really annoying. So many elements of the story just don't make any sense. It's not how real people would act, and it just feels very artificial, I guess. The characters spew out exposition to you in a very obvious manner, and come on, it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. Another problem I had with this movie is how it does its action. Venom fights its enemies in an interesting way. I actually give him props for this, but it's poorly shot. The camera angles are all over the place. Choppy editing, it just ruins all the cool action scenes. How they use the Venom powers and how he uses stuff is cool, but they kind of ruin it. The movie has a few positives to keep it from being a total train wreck. The movie is entertaining. I wasn't bored. It's fine for that instance. The character of Venom itself is likable as a voice. It's kind of like a weird dual personality kind of thing, where Venom is a sentient object, alien species. I don't think Venom is a he or a she. It is just an alien symbiotic parasite thing. And anyway, that I kind of liked. I kind of liked some of the, I guess the fish out of water Venom being weird and Tom Hardy, Eddie Brock trying to contain him. But it's not enough. Some of the action scenes are fun when you could see them. The bad aspects clearly outnumber the good aspects, and it's just one pretty bad movie. Sadly, Venom is a massive movie, and I cannot recommend it. So, what do I give it? I give it a 4 out of 10. I'm sorry. I really tried to like this movie. I really tried to want to like this movie, but it just did not resonate with me at all. I hate Tom Hardy in this. I really like him as an actor, but he totally failed this. And the writing is just atrocious. I just roll my eyes and groan. It's like, this is so bad. Why is this the final draft in the movie, not the first make-believe fake draft for kicks and giggles? This is a terribly written, terribly performed movie. So, yeah, 4 out of 10. Sorry. I wish I could give it more, but I just don't feel connection to this, and I think it could have done a lot better. That's it for me. Bye.
We will eat both your arms and then both of your legs, and then we will eat your face right off your head. You will be this armless, legless, faceless thing, won't you? Rolling down the street like a turd in the wind.
What the hell are you?
We are Venom.
Alright, before this podcast ends, I want to give a thank you to my patrons. Right now, we have one patron, which is David from Spain, and I want to thank you for your financial support. Alright, so that's going to be it for this podcast.
We now have a Patreon, and the link is in the description. Thanks for watching.
And we are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, little bit everywhere. Just look for us, 3D or 2D. And of course, review us on iTunes. And if you want to write us a letter, our email address is email3d or2d@gmail.com. So that's going to be it. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye. Hey, bye.
Bye, everyone.